Let's talk about kids and chores. So I don't know about your kids, but over summer break, my kids typically don't want to do chores. They want to run around and be free and have no expectations, which I totally get. It's summer. But over the next couple of minutes, let me explain to you exactly how I get my kids to do their chores without a lot of complaining. Don't get me wrong, there's still some, but for the most part, we got a pretty smooth, summer routine going on that includes getting chores done. Because for my kids and for our house, let's be real, we all live here. That means we all need to contribute and make sure our space stays clean. So at the end, I'll also have a free printable for you. So you can always just drop a comment and or send me a message and I can get it to you. But in case we haven't met, I'm Heather and I'm a positive parenting coach. So I really believe in using preventative strategies that will teach you how to communicate with your kids so that they clean their rooms and do their chores and that you guys just have a respectful communication. So you're not yelling at your kids, because I grew up with parents who did not know how to communicate and it was really frustrating. And so I've been studying it for a long time and I love teaching parents and kids how to communicate with each other and just make things a lot easier. So let's talk about summer and kids' chores, right? Like, great topics, huh? I'm sure your kids are gonna love it after this. That was sarcastic. My kids do not love it, but that's okay. And that's okay for them to not love every single part of it. I don't love chores either, right? I don't love getting up from watching Netflix and doing the dishes. I don't love having to do laundry every single day. So it's okay for our kids to not like it, for one. But most importantly is, how do we get our kids to cooperate and do chores over the summer? So one of the best things that we've ever done for our kids over the summer was give them a really solid routine. So I used to believe that summer should be very unstructured and very free, and I believe that to an extent. But I also noticed that with myself and with the kids, it was easy to get very overwhelmed very quickly. And so things would just kind of feel all over the place. I never felt like I could get my footing down. The kids kind of felt grumpier than normal, even though they had more freedom. And so we learned very quickly in our house that a routine really gave all of us more comfort, really. Like, comfort's kind of the wrong word, but it gave us more assurance of we kind of knew what our day was going to look like, me, the kids, everyone. And so what we did was I sat down with the kids and we created a routine together. And one of the things that they said was they didn't want to do, the same thing every day, or the same, they didn't necessarily always feel like doing chores first thing. And so we created a routine that they got to pick what they did. So we have everything broken down into 1 to 2 hour blocks. So pretty much like they did when they were in school, where they had first math and then English. Well, it's the same thing with our summer routine. We have craft time, we've got ideas for quiet time, we've got ideas for chores and screen time. And so everything's broken down into these 1 to 2 hour blocks, and it's made it really, really, really easy. And so the kids and I agreed, and we tried it both ways. We tried first doing screen time, and then after the 2 hours was up, it was time to stop, and then you had to do your other things. And then we've tried doing other things first and then allowing screen time. For us specifically, it worked really well to do other things and then have screen time. I don't know, it just worked out better. It was harder to get off from watching TV than it was to get other stuff done first. So we worked really well, and we figured out, okay, we're gonna do quiet time for an hour or two, and we're gonna do chore time or whatever. And I created this super simple routine chart, and basically they get to just pick, okay, here's their morning routine, but first, we're gonna play outside, and here's some ideas for what to do with it. So that's what I created for my son, who isn't reading just yet. There's also one for my daughter that has a list of a bunch of different suggestions and activities. And this has made it so easy, because they're like, okay, great, I'm gonna wake up and I know that, hey, I gotta play outside for an hour and do craft time, and it has ideas, and they get to feel more in control of their day while also giving them some structure and some ideas of what to do. So it has worked really, really well for us. Try it for your family. Sit down and have a meeting. Say, hey, this is worth trying. Let's give it a go. Let's do an experiment for a month and see if it works. Kids love experiments. If you present something as hey, let's try an experiment, I don't know, it gets them really excited and involved. So that's what we've done. Now, chores are included on that list. So for our house, before you can have screen time, your chores have to be done. And it's as simple as we all live here, we all do chores, we all work together to keep our space clean. Now, I usually do chores at the same time as they do, so we're all doing chores as a family, all together, and it just makes it fun. We put on music, we make it fun, we make it just a part of our day. If you would like this routine, just drop a comment or send me a message, and I will send you a printable version that you can use for your family and your kids, because honestly, having the printable version made it so much easier. So I hope this helped you. Let me know if you guys use it. If you have any questions at all, feel free to message me, and have a great summer, because summer is awesome. Seriously, have such a great summer, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.